everyone. Welcome back to the Unleashing Potentials podcast. So, joining me today is Wajeeha, all the way from Pakistan. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm honored to be here on the show and I'm excited to share my journey.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited to hear everything you have to share, especially with the work that you do. Um, but to start, can you tell us more about you and what are some things that you're working on and helping within your community?
I'm a mother of six kids,
Mhm.
ages from 15 to 2 years old. I home educate them. I am a big supporter of home education and women empowerment.
Mm,
And so, since I'm a supporter of women empowerment, so I help women to feel in control and empowered.
mhm, mhm,
I help women to create their dream life,
mhm,
to be appreciative of their desires, not to numb their desires, rather follow their path, follow their dreams, follow their journey.
mhm,
So
mhm,
I help all the women who want to raise their kids different from the way they were raised.
mhm,
uh, all the women who have faced some kind of abuse from their parents in their childhood. I help all of those women to carve and create a different future for themselves and for their kids.
mhm. Yeah, I love that so much. Woman to woman, thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
for empowering women. Thank you for giving them a voice because around the world there are girls and women that are silenced and they shut
Exactly.
down and they become ill in so many levels because they're not being who they're supposed to be. So I thank you for doing that. It's very important.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Mhm, mhm. So how do you help women? Is it through courses or motivational speech or writing? How do you do it?
I basically write on my Facebook profile, and then from there, women usually catch me up, or I catch them up,
Yeah.
and then it's one-on-one sessions because it's deep healing kind of work. I work in different, modalities
Yes.
because all of that abuse is, it's incarnated deep inside. It's deep in the
Mhm,
subconscious. So
mhm.
I just help them to regain and reconnect with who they really are, what their dreams are. I just try them and motivate them and just see them the beauty of their own creation, I would say.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just try to give them permission to breathe themselves, just to dream, just to dream and dream, and they can have anything and everything they desire. This
Mhm.
world, this entire universe is just made for every woman and every man. I mean, for it's just created for us. So, man, you can have anything you ask for.
Yes, yes, I love that because we hinder ourselves. And
Exactly.
mother to mother, I know you can understand. As mothers, we give up on ourselves. We give
Exactly.
up on our dreams. We sometimes put them in the back burner and never reignite them. And
Exactly.
I love that you're doing that. I love it.
And I would add one thing more, Bernard, that it's
Mhm,
like, when a mother have these beliefs that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, or I don't desire anything, that
mhm.
unconsciously she transfers all of those beliefs in their kids.
Yeah.
So if we want to raise sane and stable generations, then the first thing that what we need to do is put ourselves as mothers, put ourselves on the first priority.
Mhm,
Just
mhm,
visit your beliefs.
mhm,
Whenever you think of anything expensive or whenever you think of anything that you want, what thoughts come to your mind? Do you
mhm.
think that, oh, I'll have it? Oh, it's so wonderful that this thing came into my presence? Or you just feel that, oh my God, I can't have it.
Mhm,
Okay? I
mhm.
can't have it. Things like that. So it's just simple things. It's just simple changes that will just tell you about yourself, that where are you and where you want to be.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I agree because I think how we carry ourselves can be a reflection of our trauma.
Exactly. How we carry ourselves, how we talk, how we walk. Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you talk about trauma, generational trauma in women and families?
Actually, generational trauma that run in families is just like, your mother treated you in a way, her mother also treated her that way, and then, her mother, grandmother, grandmother also treated that way. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody just questioned that what is going on, man.
Yeah.
Although your mother also felt the same, although your mother may have also thought the same, that I'm gonna change this, but once you become a mother,
Yeah.
then you just feel helpless, kind of. You just feel,
Yeah.
oh, maybe that's the only solution. Oh, maybe only kids listen through shouting. Oh, maybe kids only listen through spanking or scolding. Oh, maybe the only way of controlling kids or disciplining kids is by control or by manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So most of the times I would say that we know that
But
so
so,
this is the way the generational trauma continues, because it takes a lot of courage to rise from the debris and then search for the right answers.
mm-hmm.
Because you may feel like, oh my god, maybe I'll have to just put my entire life into it, but it's
Yeah.
not like that.
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
it may seem like that in the beginning, but it's not like that. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to pass through that tunnel.
Yes. Yes. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of courage to break this generational trauma. And if you are the breaker, then you are doing a big, big service, not to only your kids, but all of the generations coming and all of the people that will be interacting with your kids. Because a single human being, you know, influence everybody around him.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, even the trees, even the insects, and of course, humans also.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And sometimes we don't really see how we're impacting those around us because we're too focused on our very own pain and trauma. We don't really acknowledge those around us. So when we begin to heal, then we can see each other.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
When we begin to heal, we can see each other, and when we begin to heal, we can feel that healing is contagious. When we start healing, like it takes two to quarrel, and it takes only one to mend the relationship. I'm talking about in terms of marital relationships.
Mhm.
So for
Mhm.
example, if you think like my husband is so, what if even if I change, what will happen? Okay, so that's not the case. Believe me, in most of the cases when I work with women, it's 99.999%. Of course exceptions are there, but most of the time, when the
Mhm.
women starts changing, the man also starts changing unconsciously. It's not like you are preaching him or summoning him or telling
Mhm.
him
Yeah.
lectures day in and day out. Like
Yeah.
that. It's very gradual and slow and comfortable, harmonious kind of a change.
Yes. Yes. I
Your
love.
husband will change, you have housemates, they would change, your kids will change, but for that, first you have to change. You
Mhm.
have to own your power, that you are this much capable, you are this much powerful as a woman. You
Mhm.
can just change everybody around, but just by focusing on yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
believe me, this is the point where most of the women fail, because they love being victim, they love play being, this is bad, that is bad, I can't change because of this, I can't change because of that, I can't do this because of this, because of that. But
Mhm.
as a matter of fact, the truth is that women are the most powerful, most empowered, and most supported creatures on the earth.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I love that you bring that up because I was just talking to someone and telling them that our environment impact who we are and who we become. I love the example you give how it can impact the man, husband, kids, and those around us, because it is true. Many times, if we're not careful, we become what we see and where we are, and we lose ourselves in those situations, or we lose ourselves completely. And it's hard to find ourselves when that happens as women.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Let's talk about homeschooling. Um, I'm not sure the process or how it is where you are, but in my opinion, where I am, I find that there's misunderstanding about homeschooling, that kids are not getting the proper education because a teacher is not teaching them, but not realizing that as parents, we are our kids' greatest teachers. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I would say it's an entirely big whole topic, and I would first of all try to clarify that there are many forms of home education.
Yeah.
When we say homeschooling, it's basically like people tend to bring all the school into home. So I'm not at all in favor of that. If you really want to, bring school at home, rather send your child to school.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's it's a better system there. They try to do it like curriculum, and following this and following that. I know there are very much restrictions in America and all of those parts of area, but I have seen people migrating from those areas just to pursue home education.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I do home education in a very natural style, in a very natural learning style. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, you are absolutely right in the sense that people feel that if kids are home all the time, then they must be playing all the time and they must not be studying. So, as the truth, children learn through play, children learn through activities,
Yeah.
children do not learn when they are forced to learn, when
Yeah.
they are made to open books,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when they are made to listen lectures. They are never gonna learn. Rather, they create a rebellion against learning,
Mm.
and not only learning, but they also miss on the vital life skills. This is a very important concept that I frequently discuss, that when we home educate, mothers are really bent and focused that, oh my god, my child is 6 years old, and the kids who are going to school are able to read when they are 7 or so, and my
Mm-hmm.
child is still not able to read because he is doing home education. So I ask them this question: okay, do you want to concentrate on the reading skills, or do you want to concentrate on the material that he's reading, literary sense, that's known as literary sense? So
Yeah.
you just want to concentrate on the literary skills or the literary sense of the child? Because most of the students that are able to read in school at the age of 7, just see what garbage they read when they grow up. Just see. So
Yeah.
we have to be very conscious and focused that what results do we want. Just sit for an hour and just imagine how you want your life to be. That's it that's gonna open the door of abundance, guidance, steps to you. Just sit and dream, like, what do you really want?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Um, yeah, thank you for bringing that up, because there are different methods, different programs, and some programs may work for someone and not for the other person, right? It's what works for the person, right? Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Um, how can women begin to learn to love themselves? Because not all women do. We go back and forth. How can we pass that love after we learn to love ourselves to our kids?
Exactly. The first thing, that as a woman, okay, what is self love? Self love is self acceptance.
Yeah.
Self acceptance means just 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 connecting with your desires, and your desires, it depends on where you are at the journey, and where you are and how much numbed you have made yourself. Maybe your desire must be only, I just want to eat junk and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
or your
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm talking about the the first stage you are talking. So the very first stage is just to connect and just listen to what is your heart saying to you. What are your desires saying to you? Do
Mhm.
not immediately start judging them. Oh, no, 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 no junk food. Oh my god, I'll get fat. Or
Mhm.
junk food is so much hazardous for health. And this is the thing that I say to every woman. Please, if you have childhood trauma, if you have childhood abuse, do not go for dieting and do not go for diet based kind of thing. First of all, heal your childhood trauma, heal your childhood abuse, then automatically you would be eating,
Mhm.
automatically you would be eating healthy things. You won't have to really be worried about what is healthy and what is unhealthy. If you
Mhm.
allow me, I can give you one example. Do
Yes,
we
please.
Okay, so this is my personal example. I really struggled with the junk food stuff
Yeah, no.
because in my childhood, I was, whenever I used to express to my mother that I want to eat this thing, and it was usually, if not junk, it was eating out, or if it was something expensive, then it was just, oh my god, how dare you ask it? You are not worthy of it. You don't deserve it. How can we have it? So
Mhm.
that kind of behavior, you know, that associated my worth with the with junk, I would say. Like for example, since in my childhood I was very little, so I would associate that, okay, I have to be worthy in order to have expensive chocolates. I have to be worthy in order to have that expensive food.
Mhm.
So now when I grew up, whenever I felt like I'm not worthy, I would just run to chocolate thing or junk food just to feel that I'm worthy. Got the point?
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this was the thing that was keeping me in the cycles and cycles and cycles. Whenever I would feel anxious, whenever I would feel insecure, I'll just go and open the, order the phone or just do anything to feel good that, oh no, no, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. But
Mhm.
once I healed my childhood trauma, that I'm worthy, I'm good enough no matter what, like there's no question on my worth.
Mhm.
I don't have to prove myself to do anything. I
Mhm.
don't have to perform anything to get anything.
Mhm.
Everything is made for me. I
Yeah.
don't have to work hard for it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
then eventually all of my cravings settle down. Eventually, I am not that much inclined towards junk food. Now I'm in a much, much better position.
Mhm.
So this is the path that I know, and this is the path that I show to other women.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, you're right. And thank you for being so open and sharing that example because you're not alone. Because when we hurt so much, we seek comfort in anything that we may find that is around us. And when we get triggered, we go back to those places and situations that
Yeah,
trigger us. And
exactly.
those are healthy emotions to feel because some of us feel shame because we have to go back to food or substance or whatever it may be. I love that you brought to heal your trauma. Healing trauma, it hurts so bad and it's so hard for some people. What are some advice you would give to anyone who wants to heal their trauma but don't know where to start?
I think the first step would be believe that, have a belief, I mean, that trauma can be healed.
Yeah.
Most of women have a belief that they can't get better, whatever they do.
Mm.
So have a belief that you can be healed and you can have anything you want. And,
Mhm.
just be ready to, you know, like, just be ready and open that I'm gonna do anything, anything, anything just to heal this trauma.
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
in in that phase of desire, I would say, in that certainty that
Mhm.
yes, it's possible and I'm gonna do it. I
Mhm.
am gonna do it for this,
Mhm.
for my sake, for the sake of my generations to come.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I love that.
And then
Yeah.
again, one more thing that I recommend to everyone that trauma cannot be healed by books or by workshops.
Mm,
Okay, books and workshops are a really good support, but it's a kind of a support.
mm,
Most of the women say that, oh, I have read so many books, I have been to so many workshops, but still I'm shouting on my kids. There must be something bad with me. Okay, and most of women just say to me it like this, that maybe I can't get better, maybe I can't heal, maybe I can't be all right. So the point is this, that books and workshops are a really good source of information, or giving you awareness that yes, this is the problem and this should be healed and these are the steps. But you can't do it all alone. You need
mm,
someone on one basis to hold your hands, make you feel safe, make you feel supported, and let you open your heart,
mhm, mhm,
and then only you can.
mhm. Yeah.
You can, if therapy works for you, you can go for therapy. If coaching works for you, I mean, someone who herself had overcome trauma, because that is the person that would actually know that what you go through, what is actually happening.
Mhm,
Someone who had done it for themselves, and someone who is ready to hold your hand.
mhm, mhm. I love that. And I can tell that you're holding so many women's hand where you are. I can tell.
uh,
Yeah, they may not be in
thank
the same country or different language, but us women, we all speak the same language. We just have different ways of expressing what we mean when we're speaking it. So
exactly.
thank you for helping women, for holding their hands, for helping them understand their true worth and power.
Exactly. And just making them, know exactly that how powerful they are and how life
Mhm.
changing they are. I mean, they're destiny changers.
Oh, absolutely.
They just need to understand. Yeah, they just need to understand that how amazing they are.
Hmm.
And you are absolutely right, I would say that different women, I have worked with different women from different parts of the world, but absolutely I would say they have the same issues, or the same background noise, or the
Yeah.
same music. It doesn't matter that they are wearing a niqab like me, hijab, or whatever you
Yeah.
call,
Yeah.
or they're not. It is irrespective of caste, creed, and religion, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. For me, I look up to women of power like you, and we're all connected in so many ways. And when we come together, that's when we can support and lean on each other and learn from each other. Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm. Yeah.
The world has now become a global community, and when I started coaching, I then actually realized that actually this world has become a one place, because all of the women are having same kind of issues, no matter to which country they belong, or even to which financial status they belong.
Yeah. Yeah, women all over the world, we all need help. We all need to come together, support each
Exactly.
other, and continue to empower each other, regardless of
Exactly.
look what we feel or believe. Somehow, we always come home to the heart to each other as women.
Exactly.
Mhm, mhm. So do you have a group on Facebook for what you do, or do people just message you and then kind of work with you there?
Uh, at present, they can just message me on my profile, and definitely I'll catch them up. I'll hold their hand,
Yes, yes,
whoever
yes.
is ready.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're doing that already. And as we're speaking, I feel connected to your story, to what you're sharing, and to how you're helping women. So thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for giving me a chance to speak at your forum. Thanks a lot for connecting with so many other amazing women who are looking and searching for answers. It's definitely their desire and their calling that has, brought two of us together here from
Yes.
different parts of the world.
Yes, absolutely. I call the podcast, it's a sanctuary, and it's open to whoever, wherever, to share, to come, to laugh, to cry, to uplift each other. It's a playground. Anyone who is brave enough to shed some trauma, they can come in. So you're welcome and thank you also.
Thank you very much.
Mhm. Let's talk a little bit about happiness. Happiness for women, happiness in general. How can women cultivate happiness?
Okay, it's very simple. Happiness and gratitude are the same, two sides of the same coin.
Mhm,
If you really want to be happy, you just have to be grateful. Being grateful is actually a change in when we have childhood trauma,
mhm,
we are trained to look the negative aspect of every situation,
mhm, mhm,
but
mhm.
and
Yeah.
so uh, default mode or the automatic mode of our thinking is just like just
Mhm,
going after every negative thing.
mhm. Uh,
Even if
yeah,
we meet a
yeah.
person, we'll say, oh, this person is nice, 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 but
Mhm.
she has this thing, not realizing that no human can be perfect.
I've never met a perfect human.
No human can be perfect. You
Mhm,
can never met. So, so every human is just a human, and human makes mistake, and that's the truth.
mhm, mhm,
So if we want to experience happiness, then we'll have to learn how to be grateful, how to see
mhm,
things positively. Happiness and gratitude are the same, are the two sides of the same coin. So
mhm,
in order to be happy, we have to learn to be grateful. And when we have childhood trauma, this is the one thing that we really get spoiled, because we are always hunting for the negatives, we are always looking at the negatives.
mhm, mhm,
And in order to truly experience gratefulness and gratitude, we need
mhm,
to look deep inside and see how we speak of ourselves, how we speak to our own self. For example, if we spill some water, or if we burned our food, or if anything like, or if we are shouting on our kids,
mhm,
if we are scrolling screen, anything,
mhm.
that's
Yeah.
the most fundamental point of gratitude.
Mhm,
So if we are scrolling screen, or even if we are shouting at our kids, or if we have burned the food, or no matter what, any if anything, that from this moment on you were thinking that this is not good, or this is not aligned with my dream life, how do you address it? How do you say that, oh my god, I'm stupid, I'm never gonna improve, I can never get right, I'm never gonna achieve what I want to achieve? Or do you say that, oh dear lord, dear god, I'm so thankful for making me aware that this is not right,
yeah.
for making me aware that I want to improve the situation.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
And you know, failure is nothing, just learning. Every
mhm,
successful person is a person who takes failure not as a speed breaker, but as as a stepping stone. They just
mhm.
put their foot on it and just rise above it. you
Yeah.
know
Yes.
just like a staircase. Failures are just like a staircase to them.
Mhm, mhm,
So in order to be really happy, we need to be grateful. And in order to be grateful, the first thing that we need to address, whenever people start talking about gratitude, they talk about, be grateful for 10 things around you. It's a good technique, okay? It's a good technique if it works for you. But what have worked for me, and what have worked wonderful for my clients, is viewing everything as positive, especially those things that they were viewing negatively before coming to me. Like
mhm.
anything, even if if a car goes by and that is your dream car, do you think that, oh my god, thank you lord for one more time asking, like,
Mhm,
since this car has on, before my eyes. So now I'll ask more of you, that I want this, I want this, I want this. Or do you feel that, oh, I can never have, oh no, no, I don't deserve it?
Mm-hmm.
How we address ourselves, how we talk to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right. Because we can be our worst critics. Some other things we say to
Exactly.
ourselves, we won't say it to someone else. Then I always say, why do we say those
Exactly.
things to ourselves in return? Why can't we love ourselves with the same love that we give others?
Exactly. And there's one thing more that I have often seen, that most of the time it's it's not your own voice, it's the voice of your parents or your primary caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we become parents, we have the same voice, and we are so, astounded, I would say. We are just surprised that, oh my God, how am I speaking the same words that my mother used to speak to me?
Yes, yes, yes. You're right.
And this
You're
is
so right.
generational trauma. Okay, this is what is generational trauma. It is uncontrollable, it is embedded deep inside your subconscious. But you can rise above it, you can work it out.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you,
And again,
yeah,
the
yeah.
first step is just being grateful. Just, you know even if you're listening to this podcast must make you feel like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I'm having some clear steps of working. It's
Yes.
not about, like making you realize that you are pissed off, you are so bad, you have this trauma. The purpose is not
Yes, yes. You're so right because some of the voices we hear, they're not necessarily ours, even though they've become our identity. They're not our beliefs, they're not who we are. And so many of us, we're parents, we've grown, we age, but we still hear the
exactly.
abuser's words or what our parents says we could or couldn't do. It's still there. It's still rooted in us.
Exactly, exactly. Our parents, uh, or primary caregiver haunts us even in their absence. So this
Oh,
is why it's
yes.
very important that we heal, that we rise above those voices,
Mm,
that we, I would say, write the new destiny,
yeah.
write the new prescription that describes us, that who we really are.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes.
Although our parents were supposed to tell us the truth, but I would say, uh, due to being human, due to being their own limitations,
Hmm.
they just told us all of the false things and all of the false beliefs.
Hmm. Hmm.
They were supposed to tell us the truth, but I would say they couldn't tell us. So okay, part of healing is forgiving. Like,
Hmm.
okay, they had their own limitations, they had their own things going on.
Hmm.
We forgive them, and we are ready to take our path. We are ready to carve our own way. Most of the people, they work on the healing process, but they're so much stuck in this forgiving process that they're always in resentment to their parents or
Yeah, yeah. Wow, you're
whoever
really
the
speaking to
abuser
my
was.
soul.
So again,
Yeah.
that's not healing. Complete healing.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm so happy.
You're speaking to my soul because everything you're sharing, I've either experienced or healed from or healing from. Everything. That's so interesting and beautiful. Thank you.
So I'm so happy that it speaks to your soul, because this is the ultimate truth, I would say. These are the universal laws that govern the universe, no matter to which religion you belong. These are
Hmm.
the universal laws. So
Hmm.
that's why they make you feel home. If I say you that you deserve every desire, if I say you that this universe is made for you, if I say you that, you can have anything you want, you can be anything you want, you can do anything you want, that is the
Hmm.
ultimate truth.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. I'm so excited for the work you're doing. I hope that it spreads all over the world and that you continue to reach women from everywhere, every walk of life, because I think the work you're doing is so important.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's so important. It's so pivotal. It's so groundbreaking. It's life changing, I would say. All what we as women have to do is to hold each other's hand,
Yeah.
make faith, even if you can't see the whole staircase.
Mm-hmm.
And it's life changing, it's destiny changing. And all what women need to do is hold each other's hand, make each other feel safe. And women, we need to hold each other's hand and make each other safe. And show just a lit, gather up all of our courage and bravery and just take one step ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And this wonderful quotation that I just remind myself time and again, and it's by Mark Luther King. And he
Yes.
said that you know just take the first step in faith even if you can't see the whole staircase.
Mm-hmm.
So just don't plan that what will happen in 6 months and 1 year or so. Just take the first step, just start, just get connected with the right people and with the right surrounding.
Yeah.
And there's one more thing that's very important when it comes to trauma healing, that often women are stuck in the same position. Why? Because they choose the company who are also in the same situation. So they'll be just ranting and I am victim, you are victim, I am victim. The game. It's
Yes.
just catch ball kind of a thing. The
Yeah.
ball is victim and one player will throw it to the other. So instead of that, even if you find a single person, man, women, whatever, women preferably, if you can find someone who have overcome the thing that you want to overcome, just get connected to them,
Yeah.
just be around them, just be in their in their closeness.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just feel that eventually you'll start improving.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of that victimhood kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
victimhood community, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that feels safe. Because if I, for example, if I say another woman, oh, I know you're, I'm very sorry, and I know that your husband is so bad and this is so bad, this is so bad, that feels safe.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Rising above your fears, trying to heal your trauma feels scary, but when you start healing it, you will be addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the change, the result you get, you'll be just astounded by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's finding community and common grounds and like-minded individuals to connect and to,
Exactly.
because there's a saying I like to say, when one person suffer, we all suffer. And when we
Exactly.
understand that, when we come together, we can suffer together, we can heal together, and we can give love and uh, everything that we have as a whole versus individually.
Exactly, exactly. This is the point that get connected to women, to people
Mm-hmm.
who are healing or who are taking, that brave, courageous steps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. So before we close this episode, do you have any final thoughts? Anything we haven't talked about that you would like to share?
Anything I haven't talked? I would say this is a rapid changing world.
Mm-hmm.
This is a time when our kids and as women also, we need to heal. There is no other option. The world is changing so much rapidly, that if we do not align ourselves with the truth, if
Yeah.
we do not align ourselves with the laws of universe, I would say the functioning laws of universe,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll be left behind. Because then we'll feel, inflation is coming, then corona is coming, then this is coming, then that is coming.
Yeah.
So the ultimate weapon that we actually need is to get empowered
Mm-hmm.
and get connected with the truth.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're.
Once we connect, our kids will also connect. So the best thing that you can do for yourself and the best favor that you can do for your kids is to heal, dear, is to heal. Start healing so that you can give them a better start, better life skills, so they are, ready to face the world. They
Mhm.
can conquer everything.
Yes. Well, Wajeeha, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been an incredible conversation that I wish every woman or little girls could have between them and to connect. Thank you for helping women heal and step into their power around the world. Thank you for connecting with me.
Thanks a lot. I also feel so much, I would say, happy and ecstatic that I'm connecting with women across the globe. And
Yes.
this message is so much universal. This message is so much needed. And this message, as I said earlier, it's, beyond religion, beyond, caste, creed, color, anything. This is what every woman needs, the real empowerment, the truth. And
Absolutely.
thanks a lot for this is a big honor to me. I'm so excited, and thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, you're welcome.